Hello everyone and welcome back to Riverbend Springs. Now we're currently in the month of June. We're actually not going to spend too long in June because there's not a lot really to do. We're going to get June out of the way. All I'm going to do is a quick clear out. You can see here I've got last month's contents of the sawmill and the cement factory, and then I'm going to do the same with this month's. I've got all the cement factory. I'm going down to the sawmill now. I'm going to pick up any more long planks. I've set the sawmill off to irregular beams as well because I'm going to start supplying another project on this map to try and just increase the money. Hopefully there'll be plenty waiting for us here, but then once we've done this as a very quick run, we're going to skip straight through to July, because July is when things start getting good. There's quite a few of our fields become ready to harvest. As you see, yep, so all I want for now. The only reason I'm doing this now is because I don't think I've got the money to get through to next month with the various loans. I've added quite a few mods, including the enhanced loan system, which is one we had on FS22, I do believe. Which hopefully at least make the loans work a little bit more realistic way, but it's the vehicle finances. I've been a little over the top with those, and I need to get some of them paid down, because that's kind of what's, I think, stopping us progressing too quickly. I'll show you some of the stuff in a second that I've put on, but let's quickly grab these. Now, if the museum won't take all of these, I've noticed we are getting very close with quite a few things to like it not accepting them anymore. Obviously, we'll figure out. Cause like the cement bricks, for example, we know go to the warehouse. So I don't know whether to slide it up and then try and get those things on the end anyway. A nice pile in it. Slide that up to the back of the bricks. The back of the planks. I might be able to just get them on the back. Anymore. Okay. You've got to double check. I've realised the problem we're all having with stuff not sticking. If you look at the numbers, if they're not all listed, that means they're not all security. So they only listed 3,000 litres of planks, whereas once I undid and redid the straps, it went up to the full 12,000. But yeah, so if we get through to the next month without the harvest, there's actually there's a really big harvest doing the used vehicles, but no. The old mass is going to do us for another year yet. So I fast forward time a little bit and let it produce a couple more just for a good measure. Probably worth a shout. Put that on there. Move these out of the way. I think January was the best month to sell these, so we're a little bit off that yet. Yeah, if I just do a... See, it's nearly done on planks long anyway. Wood beams are a bit further off. There we go. I'm going to put these on the trailer, I'm not entirely sure, but I can get them to sit just on the back there. Well, I can, but it's whether the game's going to be willing to strap them down. Wow, wood beams were slow production. Now the long planks have actually overtaken them again. Come on. That's from the planks long. I'm fine with the wood beams. Yeah, that looks like most. So like I said, luckily I wasn't planning to use today for much anyway, so. Oh, when I take a full trailer, as you can see, I take a full trailer. And so I've got something big like the 9S on the front of it. Let's jump in. The planks long is only showing 12,000. I don't think them back ones are actually being accepted as being attached on anywhere. Neither is that one. Aye. Don't know why the game's doing this. There's been a bug since the precision farming update, which let's say I've not put on this map yet because I've heard of a lot of other bugs with precision farming that I don't really want to be dealing with right now. And the last thing we need is yield to be lost. put those up now. I'm going to set them now. There we are. I'm pretty sure now everything's secured on. Right, so assuming the museum takes all these beans, he's going to do us a really good service for money. Hi, Van. And maybe I should have had... No, because this is... Because all our tracks are around the same horsepower, aren't they? So I wouldn't have gained anything by... I guess technically the Steyr's now the most powerful, because it's 300. Twin Baylor. I mean, that is tempting, but that isn't. If you threw like a Class Evian in there used, that might be Evian. I don't know how you pronounce that. So if I just show you guys quickly when we get to a bit of a gap here. The saving content screen, which is a lovely screen, I'm sure you agree, but does tend to crop up when I really don't want it to. Okay, now, yeah. See, this is a loan system now, which is taking that 300 grand loan we have and now broken it down into more like a realistic loan, so you're not just paying it out in perpetuate. You are working out, and you can actually pay off a lump. If you find yourself with good money, you can pay off more now. Unfortunately, you can't do the same with that vehicle financing system, which is a little annoying. I'd like the ability to do that, but there you go. New housing contracts, but neither of them she clicks particularly good. That's a sprayer, isn't it? Mega 1200. See what this takes. Oh wow, it took all... Wow! It didn't take one lot of roof plates. Okay, that's interesting. We took all the wood beams. The cement bricks, cement bags, and... Hey, look at that, that looks a lot better than last time we did it, doesn't it? A lot of that's now been filled in and painted. Wow, that's looking... That's the first time I've noticed progress. If you know, I used this as my thumbnail during episode 29. If you compare that to now, I think it does look a lot different. I actually finish my code, shouldn't I? So what I'm actually doing is bricks now, I'm just going to take to the warehouse. Now that's giving us money-wise a lot. But I'm going to resist the temptation to go spend. Because I don't need to right now. So instead, like I say, we're going to drop these to the warehouse on our way home. And then we'll skip to the next month, and next month we're going to do some harvesting. There's a deer in the road. Move, boy. Let's want to get tractored. I was thinking as well, we need to work on collectibles. Now, I'd like to hear your guys' opinion on this. Do you want me just to get a guide and go around and get them? I mean, I try and find them organically, but as I've said a few times, the collectibles on this map are so random items and so well fitted to the map that chances of, unless I go around clicking R on every single freaking item in the map, that's unlikely to happen. I mean, the guides don't give you an exact location. I've glanced at one in the past, but I can't remember a lot about it, to be honest with you. The car's going to pull out on me, I can feel it coming, so I might as well slow down and let him go. Farm sim drivers, he says, demolishing a stop sign. Yeah, that's the money issue about. What do I spend some? I just talked about fertilizer one night last episode. Now we're going to need some, but no, we'll leave it like we need it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure all our fields now should be 100%. Oh no, field 7. Oh, right, well I need to do that. I'm glad I looked at that before I left it, because I need to do that today. Because literally that should be fully grown tomorrow. So what I'm then going to do, I'm going to buy a few pallets of fertilizer on my way back. Like I say, we figured out it's a lot cheaper to buy it than it is to get it out of my buy anything station. Extra 10k, so that's probably going to pay for this fertilizer rather buy anyway. Fuel wise, we're pretty good, so I won't bother with that. I said, this trailer's got a real bit of tire smell. He actually turns the wrong way. That's not how physics works. And so, Probably feel like it's same price, same amount. I just prefer big bags. I can't really give you a good reason as to why. I just prefer big bags. So, right. We'll grab those. Click on the trailer, take them back. If I remember rightly, that was the one that when the AI did it, finish that field with 1 litre to spare now. If emphasis in farming on it would take into account that 1 litre, that bit that the tornado knackered, and we'd use less, but we'd also lose a shit ton of yield because that seems to be the, as I said last time, that seems to be a bug with it right now. So like I say, I ain't turning, I do want to turn precision farming on, I really would like to use it in this series, but not until I know it's not going to cause us a lot of trouble. We'll get this back to the farmyard, we'll need the sprayer on one of the other 2 tractors because they've both got narrow tyres. This hasn't, and then we'll get spraying. And once we've done that, then we'll skip. Oh, it's a real good job. You see that big back move then, folks? Even though the game is listing it as being strapped down. I'm so tempted to buy it. I really want to buy that field. What crop's in it again? Canola. Now we get to harvest that next episode. And canola's not really something I'm dealing with right now. It's just because of selling it when the price is good, but it's fully fertilised and everything. And I said I'm going to spend money, but then I'm like, I can buy land. I could pay 100 grand off the loan, but that wouldn't. Think about this new system, it wouldn't actually reduce the monthly payment. Yeah. I do really like this farmyard actually, because it needs a giant zone made. It's one of the better ones they've ever done, so I'm going to pull this up here for now. You know what? Let's have a quick look. What else is there? And that's 140. Is there anything that would be like useful to me that I can afford? I mean, we've got. I'm assuming a lot of these would be too much money also. Like that, for example, yeah, 100. Well, it's not a million miles off, but that one's affordable. Just. And that is potatoes. That one there's oats. That's really cheap. Got weeds in it, so we'd lose a bit of yield, but I want to be trailing all the way over there with that harvester. No, that field makes a lot of sense. We now own that one as well. So much for my not spending money. Cows, yeah, little cows, they're doing great there. I'm trying to let them just eat meadow grass. We've got those few spare silage bales. I'm trying not to use them unless I have to. Probably in winter. I've got some grass bales I need to wrap, so I'll need to rent or buy a wrapper at some point there in there. Obviously field 8 over there's going to be ready for cutting again before too long. Which will probably do a full thing of silage bales this time. I think the hay wise, I think we did quite well. I don't think we need another one of those really. Right, so I'm going to do this myself, so I want that. All lined up, and then we'll get this done. And then we can get on to the good stuff. We shall catch you shortly. we are, folks. The AI must have wasted a lot of fertilizer. You know, I've got the... Oh, I lowered it. 120 litres to spare. So we'll put this away, and then certainly tomorrow, those two field 10 and that grass field should all be ready. So it's going to be a busy, busy day. What we always love. So we've got new machinery, we've got new bigger trailers and that. Year 4 harvest is nearly upon us. Hey Walter, you know there's a bench there that you could very easily use. Is that here? I thought that might be collectible, like hidden under plain sight, but we wake up fairly early because we've got quite a lot to do. Not a lot of time to do it in. So the weather's playing ball. Ah, God for that. Wow, yeah, that really took our money down. So yeah, we're gonna need to make sure we make some money again today. What I can do though, I believe the canning factory should now be empty. It is. So we can return the lease on this. How do I do that again? I do from the map that I sell it, don't I? Until we need it again. We're gonna need you guys. We're gonna need the trailer as well. So which we got the bigger trailer, didn't we? I remember that. It's a while since I've used it. I forgot what we have. I know we have the west over there. I've been using for moving total mixed ration. Do we not have the Fortuna? Sorry, it's in there. Yep, as I suspected. Wow, I love that big. That's gonna make me thought is once we've done this, do we cut 6 and 7 into one really big field? It's worth a thought. It's something I would like to do, given a chance, but now can that harvester's arm fit over the side of this? I'm assuming so. I think I've used it before, but I must have forgotten. So I may have to take the extension off this. I'm just gonna test that theory before we so don't fold. The arm out. No. I'm gonna have to go and modify the trailer. That's what I'm gonna do in that case is I'm gonna set this off on an AI worker. So it gets going and then I can go and edit that trailer. And then I'll probably take over from the worker once I've done it. I'm glad I checked that because I really I obviously never used that trailer with this harvester. What do we do first? Oats or barley? Let's do the barley first, because barley we get straw, which means we get some baling to do. So let's just... We're both using the same thing. You can set off, meanwhile I'm going to go and get this. I'm assuming I can take those extension sides off. If I can't, I might be selling this trailer and buying something else. Here's the thing, I've since downloaded, I've got the Bailey trailer pack. Now I do really like Bailey trailers, I think they're fantastic. Quite common in England, I don't know how common they are out here in America, but in my usual life I see a lot of them around, so it'd be nice to have one of those. Although the TB16 possibly a little small really for this size of tractor, you'd normally see it being pulled by bigger machines. We'll see, hopefully I can just take the extension off this and then we'll just use... This will still be like a 20,000 litre trailer even without the extension on it, which should do exactly what we need. I really wish the game would do something with those destroyed trees. I get the effect, but in time the game should, in my opinion, sort them out. I might also set an area off mowing the field, just so that way we can like get the baler out later and do a proper repair everything while we're here, just because we can. I don't go for repair. It's still 24 meters. I can always put the extension back on for free should I need it, so that's not a problem. It's actually a nice size, that isn't it, compared to this massive. So we definitely need to make some money this episode as well, because we need to. With our loan and interest, we're spending about 40 grand a day, which sounds terrifying when you don't remember that that's meant to be a month. I mean, spending 40 grand a month still sounds terrifying if I'm honest, but not quite as bad. Vernal quad. I'm guessing that's a windrower. I'm gonna have a look once I stop driving, but I've literally no idea what that is. Let's bring it down here. Oop. I didn't mean jump necessarily, but that'll do. You here. Oh no, it's a disc harrow. Leaving that there to tempt me, but I have no idea the money. I have option 2, but no, I've got the lizard MT now, so I'm going to use that for pretty much every. As soon as your part next from you can go on the mowers. If I get the air to mow them, then at least once we're going to get the baler out to bale straw, we can do that at the same time. And if we get that and the auto load out, we just. But I don't think the once it requires any straw, does it? The feed mixer's full right now, and I've got some more in stock, so we'll just be selling the straw bales. Once the price gets good, yeah, we've got shit per load. And then I don't know the fact the AI is going the wrong way around, by the way, but what I will do is once he's done one headland, I'll take over and spin it round. Once he's done a full headland. Just because I don't want to be driving in the crop to try and unload him. He was looking good with 100% fertilised and everything, which is great. You know, I'll probably take over from him now, to be honest. I say, well, there's once I've done this one line, I'll go back the other way. What I'm going to do, folks, is crack on with this, and we shall see you on the other side. folks, I mean, this field is yielding, I think, amazingly right now. I'm really, really happy with the way this is going. Apart from the AI trying to kill me on that unload ban there, that I'm sure you saw. And I thought it'd be really clever and use the auto drive just so I didn't have to go and unload myself. And yeah, and he tries to murder me. And you get Agent 47 by my own employee. That's fantastic. But anyway. Obviously, we're going to be rattling on with this one for. I'm going to try and get. Today, I'd like to get both these fields done, although I feel it might have been a 2-episode jobby. Obviously, once we've done that, the next step is going to be to bale. Which I don't think I'll get bales. I'm pretty sure that's an oat field over there, which I won't get bales off that. I won't get off the canola field up there, obviously. I'll be able to bale the grass, this. I think next month, actually, I think these two are going to be ready, so. It gives me an interesting thought. We'll talk about the harvesters earlier. If I go into and look at harvester, I wonder if we could time it so that all our cereal crops were ready in 1 month. We could just rent a much bigger harvester for like 1 month, maybe 2 months, maybe an over, and then just keep doing that every year. I don't like doing that because I'd rather own one. I just feel better owning it. Just I don't know why, just a personal thing. But it's like the amount of money one's going to cost us doesn't seem worth it for the amount we're doing at the moment. Maybe in the future. We could finance one, but heck, if I had that, it's going to be a serious amount of months. I don't want to do any more financing until at least we've cleared some of the finance deals we already have. Wiggling the rear wheel there a little bit. You know, until we've cleared pretty much all of them, because at the moment that's causing us a headache. So right now, I need to make some money before I go to next month. I think we're going to do 2 episodes in 1 month this time, just to give us a chance to get through everything. It's gone rather cloudy. I'm hoping the weather's going to play ball. Oh. Oh. We have a tornado coming. Okay, looks to be fairly late on in the day, so I'm definitely going to do a double episode then, just to hopefully give us a chance to see it again. Obviously, I know we had one, was it episode 20, so. Unfortunately, I seem to be farming in a very tornado-heavy area, which if I'd have known that, I may not have bought this farm, but you live and learn. But I'm just thinking, we could possibly lease, like, one of the big classes, even that. I'd like to give that Fendt combine a go, because it's something I've not really used. I suppose once money's a little better, we could even. I don't think this would be worth a lot to sell because of the hours on. Give you an idea from the vehicles tab, you get more for it. Like 52k, so yeah, not a huge amount. Probably pay for like 1 rental load. So one of them big classes with like a massive 30-meter header will just eat this field for fun. Whereas I think that's the problem with this combination of the fact that it's quite slow. I mean, 6 mile an hour is not fantastic at the best of times, and combine that, but I do apologise. With the quite small header width, I don't know if there's a bigger header available for this thing. I mean, you could possibly try shoving a bigger header on it to see if it would take it, but there is a. If I need money desperately, I could always see if there's a supplier contract mission that would do the job forward, but that is always crazy. I can use the buy anything station to like buy products. If I look at my contracts. Supply barley to grain mill for 200 grand. No, I don't think we're going to get that much, but if we're to do that and combine it. I need to stop that pun, I do apologise, I didn't mean it that time either. See how much we get off this field and maybe buy the difference in. I must have some kind of model which causes this thing to stop dead when it fills. Pretty sure that wasn't a thing. Now when I tab out he's going to move, I just want to get this guy, I want to get that marker. I'm not sure if the AI keep charging you while they're doing that. Do I? No, I'm not going to get AI to bail, I want to do the bailing myself. I also don't think the AI particularly like that windrower baler. I found with them transport contracts you will make money even if you buy the goods. Not a huge amount normally. I'm like, if we get 50, 60,000 litres off. I do get about 50k off our field. So we'd have to buy like 110. We've probably not got the money to do that, that's the problem. I might just send this guy for one of them big ploughing contracts with the 9MT. There was a couple of decent ones, wasn't there? Unless we've got one still there. Come on, farm on 60. Where's farm on 60? Where is farm on 60? Okay, so it's a bit of a trek away, but that's not big. I'll just set the AI going over there, and once he's over there, I'll set him off. I don't think that's enough to fully do what we need him to do, but it's a gonna be a start. Like I said, the AI, I wish that AI would go and unload me, but because I'm not sat in it, it won't trigger it. I don't know if I should have a front weight on now. There is a front weight over there. Good. Front weight on this thing for doing this. Come on, still grab hold of it. I have to pick it up, aren't I? There you go. I don't need you right now. Do want you. Oh, that made me sit down. So head over to field 60. Meanwhile, if I jump back in the harvester, he'll set off again. Come on. Come on, boy. You can do it. I believe in you. Oh, yeah, it takes some weird routes at times. So he said to, when he gets too full, he's going to go and dump it at the silo automatically. Then come back, which is great. Even still, that 6 grand's probably not going to be enough, so I'm going to need to do maybe a couple more or something, but we've got this equipment, we might as well keep it busy. Baling contract, send our baler out to do. Bale wrapping. I need to buy, how much is a bale wrapper? I'm going to need one on like a fairly regular basis, so one that can do squares. I don't want the extractor. 62, gonna be that one of these two, innit? I mean, that's GT, but if I don't use oversized bales, it isn't. I'm looking at like that 25k is not bad. Great demand at Playground Maker Hall. I wonder what that's for. It'll be for wood items or something, I would imagine. No, roll beams. Not rope. Planks. Okay, he's come. So he's full enough that he's trying to leave to unload, but he's crashed into the shed trying to do it because he's a muppet. Oh, come on, don't try and spin back around and go the same way. Yeah, there you go. Ah, that timed that well, didn't it? While he does that, I can carry on with this again. I don't reckon where the mass is, but I'm assuming he's offloading into our silo. I hope he is anyway. Can't see him over there anywhere. At least I'm trying to peer through the trees if I can see my track. Yeah, like I say, get this done, get the and with the baler out and everything. Okay, I'm really happy with the yield today, I must admit. Oh, for some reason he's deciding to go like right round. Just stringing his contract. Ah, that's a good sign. He's like, the Lizard MT is a plough. The game accepts it as a plough, yet it's always been a bit of a grey ground where sometimes it's thought it was a cultivator. The fact that it's showing it as ploughing the field means that it's taking it though, which is great. Exactly what we needed. Hate those hail damage spots. I'm not going to turn it off because it feels like a bit overkill cheating. I just decide, oh well, we're not having that damage. I bet he's stuck behind something in the yard. Oh no. The point on his map is too far forward, so he's not. Need to move that. Well, there. Then means I need to change these slightly, so I can go to there, or to there. It basically needs to go forward far enough that the trigger point to dump. There you go. I love the auto drive. The auto drive guys work, but I have found occasionally you need to edit a couple of. I think when he does it, he doesn't use always the biggest trailer, which I'm not getting at him. He's fantastic. Please, I've got a link to him in the description. Go and check out his channel if you play Farming Sim. If you play any of the maps that are on ModHub, any of the big popular maps, there's a good chance he's done these auto drive courses, and they will make your game so much better. It's unreal. But yeah, you do sometimes need to be aware that you may have to tweak one or two just to help the AI along. Which I really don't mind, because it's still far easier than having to try to do it all myself. Ah, here we are, he's on his way back. I need to sort out how them trailers have been dumped over there at some point, I really do. Just waiting for my like cows to give birth. I think we're 50%, they're halfway there. They're living on a prayer. The buffalo milk, I'm gonna have to get another trailer full, another tank probably to move that at some stage, because there's really good money now. To begin with, I'm probably going to sell it, whereas the long-term plan is to own a dairy and make buffalo mozzarella. You get real good money from that. There's not more. I mean, you can make basically any cheese. I mean, I've worked with a supplier who made buffalo blue cheese, which is a really interesting, got a real unique taste to it. I'm sure they're probably not the only ones to be fair, but they're the ones that come to mind. I think they were one of the first certainly to do it in England. We get down here with the baler later, that big windrow baler should be able to do 2 lines of this at once. I'll certainly speed it up. So obviously my usual trick is I've done the every other line thing, which is what I always do. I just find it easier than trying to turn the harvester stupidly tight. But as I've said earlier, and I'm now debating with myself, do we take the opportunity when it comes to planting this, we cut this line out, and like we've done here, this becomes one big field. Especially if we're going to go for that idea I said about having a rented harvester, I kind of like that. Because it means, you're going to temporarily reduce the amount of crops you can plant. I agree with that. I don't think we right now need gigantic variety, because basically it's going to turn down to either cereal crops I'm feeding to the grain mill, or a root crop that's going to the canning factory. So, I mean, if we made this one big field of like oats, that would be a fantastic supply. And of barley or wheat, because then you get a lot of straw off it as well. It'd be one big long field. I actually like that idea. I mean, we now own field 10 as well, which I think I said before I have plans for that. I can see like a couple of productions and a rice paddy on there. We do long grain rice, because then we can use our standard planters and our standard harvester. Wouldn't do transplanted rice, because I don't want all that machinery, but then you can do either rice, the canning factory, or rice flour. Just more of an option. Probably a couple of years off that yet if we go for it, but it's something I'd like to look at. I'm going to reach the end of this road, just so what I'll do is I'll pin it on to the next road, but then I'll remember to stop and wait for it to stop. I know I'm using the windrower baler, so I don't necessarily have to, but I should do, really. I'd love to know what mods cause. I'm sure it's a mod, I'm sure the game doesn't do that default. Over he comes again. Taking his sweet ass time about it. Love it because it can be a little buggy, but when you're doing like big harvests, you get 2 or 3 tractors like this, and it just looks so great. I've also got the option to try swathing at some point. I guess it's not something I've overly looked at yet, because it's not. I don't really see the benefit. I think the yield's slightly higher in the game, but the extra step and extra like diesel and that, I'm not sure how worth it works out. Plus, you'd lose straw, wouldn't you? I'd have to look into it properly. I remember the Magnon Swather was a thing in FS22, but we used it as a mower. Obviously, a little bit different to this game, so I'm hoping I'm going to get all of this in one last load, really. Then I can upload to him, send him over to the silo, and then I can just make a start on the oat field. That's it. Really change out the K shirt so that it doesn't look right when I'm in a Massey. The Massey Ferguson one. I don't think there is, you know. Let's keep an eye on what I'm doing. Changing your shirt while you're driving, probably not to be. Oh, hello, that's an interesting prospect. I was talking about upgrading our spreader, wasn't I? And I said probably not, but I know that Sulky's a mod one and it's a really good one. You can do a stupidly wide width on its best setting. Like for not actually giving you the width, but I'm sure it's like 42 or 50. Oh, there we are. Look, it's in there. Look, the 40 to 50, 20. I mean, 14 grand for 50 meters of working width. Compared to what is it we have now? I think it's 24, so we've been doubling the working width of the spreader as well as a higher capacity. Oh, that's so tempting. But I was only 18, so we'd be more than doubling it. Tempting, because if I guarantee I'd make the money back. I need to make the money back in kind of thing. If I buy that, which I can do, I can afford, that's really putting the onus on me to actually make some money. And there's always the grab another loan option, but how much will they let us borrow? Oh, we can borrow like another 800 grand. I don't want to do, but there's an option if we need it. I could go whole hog, take out a massive. No, that would just, yeah, no. One of the problems I've got right now, one of the things that is sort of slowing us down, I appreciate, is that we're paying so much out in monthly fees. Now, one or two of them are going to finish in like the end of this year, which is good. And the longest running one is either the Baylor or I think it's the Stara. No, the Baylor I think is slightly longer. I maybe go a bit gung-ho with the loan system at times and end up regretting it at a later date. My bad. A bit gung-ho with the lift there. And if we'd have done that bit of straw out, because it will want to, and if you don't wait, it will wait till the worst possible moment and do it off the side of the field. I think we will get all these things. Obviously, these lines are getting smaller, which means we're getting less and less on each pass. And I think we're going to have to canola just... Wow, that ploughing is going to be done. I didn't expect it to get done that fast. Please give me another one. It has, but it's tiny. But I suppose while we've got the equipment out... It was finished, so... Stop. Does it feel 14? Get yourself over there. Meanwhile... Please don't drive with the thing out, you will give yourself a major problem. That's better. I was going to drive all the way there and freaking arms out. I didn't expect to get that done that fast, I'll be honest. I'm so... I'm literally racking my brain now that if I buy that sulky, how do I make sure that I am on like 50k by the end of this day? And tornado insurance won't cover it, sadly. Yeah, a couple more passes to do. He's now cruising on 14's the one. 14 must have been harvested. That's the one I nearly bought. How much is like these ones? Maybe I will buy it because it feels like that fairly cheap. I'm probably good just to buy it. Even for productions and stuff like that. So I can see me owning a few of them in the future. But it's just waiting for the right moments. Like I say, this series has never tended to be a really fast one. But we are doing getting a lot of good work on. Like I say, I was so amazed when we looked at the museum and you could actually see the progress. That's the first time I've ever noticed it. I mean, if I went back and opened up a base game, I'm sure... No, not that one. That one, thank you. Wait, I'm gonna get one more offload onto him. That's good. Oh, I have to got you up. We're going past the farmyard. We'll have a look at what we're up to. You'll see him through that gap. Or maybe I'm just outside the draw distance. It's also a good thing that I'm getting all these fields harvested. If the tornado just decided to blow through my farm, I won't have any crops on the ground. Now the game can't do animals, so there's no worries about the traditional twister cow being spun for comedic effect. But I thought he was going to drive into me again, then he had me worried. Certainly had me frigging worried there, Palo. Just fits over the cab as well, that's great. Yeah, these last couple of little lines and then we move over to that field over there. Try and time it so I set off and I dump the last of what I've got into his trailer as I go. There. Oh, just short of it. Pipe can come back in because I don't want to risk him. I don't know if I leave the pipe out, he would try and do a rolling unload. I'm not sure if the auto drive can figure that out or not. I never noticed that, if you leave it sort of hanging there, it just sort of just twitches the back wheels. But that's our first year for harvest done. Fantastic results. And taking the time to care, this was the field we threw that last layer of fertilization on right at the beginning of this episode. It was so worth it because look at the end result. The yield from it's been fantastic. But with that said, I believe this is going to be the end of the episode, folks. So I'd like to thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, and just take a moment to check out the rest of the channel. See, we've got so much. We've got the podcast, the F1 podcast, which is always a great laugh to make. We've got loads of different things. We've got the Atom Fall series right now, which is brilliant. Chris playing through that. We've got Consim, which is consistently one of our top performers. It's a series we really enjoy making, and you really enjoy watching, and we're so appreciative of everything you guys do for us. So please, leave us a comment, let us know what you're up to, let us know where you're from. Let's build a picture of what you, the channel member, the channel fan really is. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and we shall see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.